Let's say you want a luxury car. Well, for around £1,000 a month on a lease deal, you could be cruising around in a limousine from Mercedes, Lexus or BMW. Alternatively, you could take that £1,000 and buy outright a 20-year-old S-Class, a 20-year-old LS or a 20-year-old BMW 7 Series. Now in this video, we're going to find out which of these cars is best. I'll drive these cars on the road. I'll examine their interiors to reveal all kinds of nasty secrets. I'll make some modifications that definitely weren't on the factory options list. And I'll even test these cars to destruction to find out how tough they really are. You don't get this kind of advice anywhere else. Let's start this video by talking about the design of these cars. So S-Class's rear end, even though it's 20 years old, it's still got that elegance. It's almost timeless, isn't it? We've got bits of chrome there, just need a little bit of a rub to like clean them up a bit. Got some rust. Look at this old-fashioned parking sensors here. They're huge. Looks like it's got the pox. This one is a bit recessed. It's probably not working, that one. Let's move on to the Lexus. It's not such an attractive design. It's got quite a bulbous bumper. Looks like it's got bird poo on it, but it's not actually. This is some kind of like parking ding or something. Look, the paint's actually come off, unless it was really caustic bird poo. And check this out, look, back in the day, GB with its stars for Europe. It's a distant memory, that is. Moving on to the BMW 7 Series. Now back in the early noughties, this was such a controversial design, but do you know what? When you compare the back end of this to all the other cars, it looks the most modern. Everyone was wrong. Chris Bangle was a design genius. Anyway, rear end, prefer this. Now let's compare these cars from the side, and at first glance this BMW looks pretty tidy, apart from the odd scuff here. And what's going on here? Look at these actual cracks. Why would you have cracks? Ah, that's all filler. Still, we have got some bad boy 19-inch alloy wheels in black with the nice silvery accents. Yeah, there's lots of curbage going on here. That doesn't look original. It's a different colour to the rest of the paint. Move to the Lexus. What's going on here? The back here in the bumper. I know what that is. That's because it's been fitted with an LPG conversion. Actually, you've got the same thing on this BMW, it's just on the other side. Now the wheels are smaller, 17 inches. Scuff marks, but chrome to make up for it. Look, another bit of a door mirror issue here. This one, instead of being replaced with a different colour, it's simply taped at the front. Oh, a little bit of accident damage. Oh dear. Still, the wheels aren't so bad in terms of curbage, but they are just starting to kind of bubble and stuff. Do you like the paint colour though? Aubergine. Now the S-Class. This boot doesn't fit quite properly, and I've noticed this weird colour. It's almost like rose gold colour here on these bits of chrome trim. Has someone done that to the car? Is it just discoloration? I don't know. Got some small wheels though, look. 16 inches on an S-Class. Should help the ride though. Look, there's quite a bit of rust here. Patina or just rust? Mind you know what they say. Rust. It's lighter than carbon fibre. Got a lightweight S-Class. Brilliant. Overall, from the side, which do I prefer the look of? Despite the filler, I think I prefer the look of the BMW. Finally, let's compare the fronts of these cars. S-Class, really elegant. Yeah, this one has some yellow headlights, but you could soon make those shiny again. And you know what? Look at this. I'll tell you what, £1,000 for that three-pointed star. It's worth it alone, isn't it? Moving to the Lexus, it's actually quite tidy at the front, but there's something about the design of the LS 430. It's just a bit bulbous and fish-like. The previous generation 400 was a better looking car. The best looking car out of these three though is the BMW. Not this one though. It's got a bit of a faded BMW badge and something wrong with its left kidney. In fact, it looks like it's got a bit of a cocaine habit and it's like nasal septum's gone. Anyway, I think overall I still prefer the look of this BMW. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's talk through the prices of these cars. So back in the day, 2001, this S320 diesel, £51,000. This Lexus LS 430, 2001 model year yet again, £54,000. The BMW 735i, this is a 2002 model year, it was £53,000. But thanks to depreciation, they're just a fraction of that now. Want to sell your car quickly, easily, and for a fair price? Then head to CarWow to have over 4,000 trusted dealers ready to bid on it in an online auction. First, enter your car's registration to get an instant approximate valuation. Then, if you want to proceed, give us some more details and upload some photos and we'll help you set a fair reserve price for your car. That's the minimum amount you'd be happy to sell it for. Once you've done that, we'll enter your car into an online auction. When the auction's over, we'll let you know the result, and the dealer with the winning bid will be in touch to arrange easy payment and free collection of your car. 93% of sellers surveyed said they got the price they expected or more through carwow. The best bit is, it's completely free! I've put a link in the description of this video and the pinned comment to take you directly to carwow, where over 4,000 dealers are ready to bid on your car. Or you can just click on the pop-out banner that should be appearing in the top right-hand corner of the screen now. Alternatively, just Google "Help Me Carwow" and we will help you sell your car quickly, easily and for a fair price. On with the video. Okay, let's see what these cars are like to drive. And I'm going to start off with this S-Class. Back in the day, this was the ultimate luxury limousine. Very comfy, easy to drive, quiet, punchy engine. It had everything going on. Today, it obviously feels quite a bit baggier because it's a little long in the tooth, but comfort levels are impressive. The air suspension is going over bumps so well, and I can even put it into sports mode because I've got adaptive dampers. Now it feels noticeably firmer, but I would never call this car sporty. In fact, it's quite interesting. I've recently driven the latest Mercedes S-Class, and that feels way more direct and way more responsive than this thing. In fact, look, I mean, nothing's happening, nothing. Let's get into comfort mode because it's definitely how this car should be driven. Let's try the gearbox kick down. Didn't really kick down much there. We've only got 5 automatic gears. There we go. Oh. No, it doesn't seem to want to kick down, but there's enough pulling power from this diesel engine and it's quite smooth that you can overtake if you need to. I'd happily just drive around in this. The only problem is the seats, they're very slippy. This leather's gone a bit shiny and you don't really, it doesn't really grip your bottom. Other than that though, I'm liking this for an old car. In terms of problems, there aren't many. One weird thing about it though, when you come back to this car after leaving it locked overnight, the air suspension automatically raises at the rear, but then when you drive it just levels out again. Weird. And I can't complain about the economy. It's doing around 40 odd miles per gallon, this thing. Okay, so now I've swapped a diesel Mercedes for a V8 BMW on petrol power, and it feels more responsive, also revs nicely, and I've got 6 speeds from my gearbox, and I can actually put the car into manual mode, change gears using these buttons on the steering wheel, which is weird. Let's just go back into normal drive. So this car back in the day was praised for having similar levels of comfort to the Mercedes S-Class, but with a slightly sportier edge, and it does handle better this. It's more responsive, though it's certainly no sports car, and it is showing its age. It feels a bit baggy. It's not quite as good at isolating you from the bumps as the S-Class. It's not as comfy, but I do like it, although it's just got all the warning signs. I mean, I've got a warning sign saying bonnet open. The bonnet isn't open, we've double checked. It reckons the outside temperature is minus 40 degrees. It's definitely not. There's lots of other warning signs as well. One to do with the oil in the power steering, which is actually linked to the special hydraulic suspension, which is self-leveling. Though it's not self-leveling anymore, it's got a slight lean, this car has now. And then there's the fact it's got an oil leak from the engine as well. Good thing about that is that you don't ever have to change the oil because you're constantly refreshing it as you go. I like this car, I like the way it drives, probably the best overall, but I'm just so worried with it because these warning lights it's got, it's going to end up costing a lot of money. So I've got more peace of mind with the S-Class. Let's take this back and switch into a car which should be more reliable, the Lexus. Like the BMW, smooth V8. The gearbox isn't as responsive though. Takes a wee while to kick down. Good comfort levels. Air suspension doing a good job over bumps. Bit better than the BMW, I think. Not quite as good as the Mercedes. Got a sports mode like in the Mercedes. I press that, should stiffen up the suspension. I feel no change, no change at all. Put that back into normal for what it's worth. Steering's really slow. I think it's even slower than the Mercedes. It's all right though. That engine is so smooth. Do have a bit of a wobble on the steering wheel. The brakes seem the least responsive out of all 3. And there's some weird faults with this car, right? You get the odd engine warning light, it flashes up, then goes away. There's actually a coolant leak though, which is more worrying. And the car drains its battery overnight. You leave it, you come to it, it's just like flat. You charge it up, it goes, then leave it, it's flat again. There's also an exhaust rattle. Another problem is that the motor for the steering column adjustment has gone, so I can't alter it. I just don't like this driving position I'm in. I thought Lexuses were all about reliability, but this one is a bit sketchy. If it wasn't for that, it's quite nice to drive. Visibility is particularly good. Well, apart from all this horrible wood. Ugh. but the view out's nice. Another problem with this car is the economy. The BMW wasn't great, it was doing about 20 miles to the gallon. This is only doing 17. And while I could run it on LPG, the tank's so small, you only get about 100 miles out of a tank anyway. This will be expensive to run, probably expensive to fix as well. Now I've stopped, you can really see the steam coming from under the bonnet on this Lexus. Oh dear. That won't be the last time a lot of steam comes out of these cars. But before we get to that, let's see how their interiors have stood the test of time. I'm going to start with the S-Class. And it feels pretty old-fashioned in here. Lots of wood going on. Still got squidginess. Remember, this was the height of luxury back in the day. Oh yeah, electric steering column. Though all of the three cars actually have an electric steering column. Seats, they're okay. That's funny though, look at that little screen down there. Look at it, that sat nav. Oh gosh, it's so basic. I just pressed something, it's gone off, and it wasn't the off button. Oh wait, no, I think that's it, it's dead. Oh, no, it's back. Here in the back of this S-Class, it feels very basic compared to the very latest S-Class. Though, look, we do have vanity mirrors in the roof. Oh, yeah, I'm so vain. Oh, only one of the lights is working on this one. Still, it's actually comfy back here. Lots of room, though I'm not sure what this dirty patch is there. In fact, I dread to think. Here in the back of the Lexus, it feels pretty much as roomy as the S-Class, though you do sit slightly higher. Big difference, though, is the tech in here. So, look, I have rear infotainment screens because there's a DVD player in the back and you control it by this remote, and I have put new batteries in this, but it doesn't seem to work. Then maybe I need a DVD disc in the player for it to operate. I don't know. Also, there's more tech here. I can control the stereo from back here, and look at this, I can move the seats forwards and backwards, make them more reclined or more upright, and I can put the headrest up. What else we got in here? Look, I can do the rear blind. We've got heated rear seats as well, and a vibration function. I think it's supposed to be a massage, but it's more just like shaking my bits about it. Oh, it's actually quite pleasurable. Yeah, this is very high tech, and a lot of it seems to work. Oh, in here, look, we have a fridge. Cool. What's less cool is the amount of wood you have here in the front of the Lexus LS. I mean, look at it, it's very old man-y, isn't it? And the seat colouring is hearing aid beige. Do you know what's a bit annoying about this? It has a sunroof, which I'd normally like, but the car randomly opens and shuts its sunroof at will, and I can't shut it or open it when I want to. So I can set the temperature of the front seat, so they have a heating function and a cooling function, which is nice. And look at this, a large infotainment screen with satellite navigation, and look, it's a touchscreen. Ooh. I think after this, Lexus switched from a touchscreen to this weird mouse control system, which is actually less good than this. Finally, we come to the BMW, which has the most modern looking interior out of the three. Even the wood is acceptable. What's less acceptable is the build quality. So look, I mean, this thing is just falling apart. Bits coming off, bits of trim missing. Look, that's not great, is it? You've also got the very first generation of BMW's iDrive. So you've got a big screen, but the graphics are kind of dull and it's low res. You can control it using the wheel, which is also coming apart. Great BMW, great. And what other buttons will kind of drop off? What's this? It's a keypad for an old-fashioned phone. Here in the back of the 7 Series, there's more build quality issues. That's definitely broken now. Knee room's all right, headroom's all right. It's very similar in size to the other two, really. It's not got quite the tech of the Lexus, but a bit more than in that Mercedes. For instance, look, we have adjustable, we did have, it was working a moment ago and it stopped. I was going to say adjustable headrests. See if I can do the other side. Maybe it's the ignition. Let's try it now. Actually, when you start the ignition, you get that weird clicking sound. Can you hear that? Oh, look, and now it's going up on its own. Random. And you've also got seat heating as well. As for the rest of the practicality, these cars' boots are very similar in size. So the BMW and the Mercedes both have 500 litres of space, and the Lexus has 570 litres of boot space. However, both... Oh dear, I think the BMW is losing its mind. However, the BMW and the Lexus both have LPG conversions. Now with the BMW, the tank is just in the boot, so that eats into loads of space. With the Lexus, it's where the spare wheel will go, so you have to carry around the spare wheel in the boot. So overall, the Mercedes has the biggest usable boot. And this brings me on to a nasty problem with buying old cars. Sometimes they're full of crap, and I don't just mean discarded tissues or McDonald's wrappers. Some second-hand cars contain traces of actual human crap. Oh God, I really hope that's not the case with these three cars. I've already sat in them. So with these three cars, I'm going to be performing various scientific tests on them to look for things such as human feces, bodily fluids and narcotics. Let's start with the Mercedes S-Class. Sorry, I mean S-Class. Okay, so that's done. So actually quite clean in terms of the amount of rubbish in it. Just these bits here. Obviously someone's given it something for Lent. I think it was hoovering the inside of their car because it's still quite dirty in there. And then these bits are related to the car, such as the MOT certificate, the manual, the keys and the towing eye. So not too bad for the Mercedes. Let's try the next car. Okay, so this one is not too bad really. Only interesting find, these glasses. Probably shouldn't put them on my face, otherwise I'm going to end up with pink eye. But the rest of this is all to do with the car. Just needs a good valet really. Final car then, BMW. So I think the BMW is the dirtiest. Look at all this rubbish that's left in it, including a dummy there, which I think I might take back for my daughter. She'll love that. Anyway, let's get on with the science. Now comes the fun bit, or should that be the disgusting bit? So what I'm going to do is use a bunch of these bacterial swab tests, and I'm going to pick 10 locations in each car which are where you're most likely to touch them, and I'm going to swab each location with one of these, and we'll send them off to the lab and see what kind of bacteria we can grow out. I'm also going to use a bunch of these drug test kits as well. Once again, I'm going to wipe them throughout the car and see what kind of drugs we can find, if any. So these things will actually test for stuff such as like cannabis, cocaine, heroin, crystal meth, all that kind of stuff, you know, uppers, downers and chilling out a bit stuff. Anyway, let's get on with it. Starting off with the Lexus's steering wheel. So here we go, you know, good rub. Okay, so I've been through all the cars now, and with the drug test, they all came back negative apart from this one here. Look. This has a single line, which unlike with the COVID test, a single line means positive, and it's for a drug called buprenorphine, which is an opioid. Now it's sometimes used as a painkiller on prescription or to treat heroin addiction, once again on prescription. Though it is also abused. Don't know exactly how it's been used in this case, but it was found when I swabbed the dash and this area here on the Mercedes. Now I've got to do one more swab in here because I haven't done it yet. So the last place to swab here in the Mercedes is the gear lever, so I'll just pop that into here, and I'm going to send this and the rest of the swabs that I've done throughout the other cars and on this car off to the lab, and then I'm going to have to wait a couple of weeks for the results. Here we have it then, the bacterial report back from the lab, and it makes pretty grim reading. Now I'll tell you exactly what we found in each of these cars in a moment, but first I actually want to go through each of them with this UV light because it'll actually show up bodily fluids. So you're going to take each car into this shed, shut the doors, turn off the lights and see what horrors we may find. So let's first check out the back seats of the LS. So I can see some nasty splatter there, some odd transfer here, so I don't think that's bodily fluids. Then if you look in that rear footwell, you can see some droplets of I don't know, jizz, hopefully not, but maybe jizz, probably jizz actually. Let's inspect the fridge. Oh, there's big clumps of white stuff in there. Oh, have a look, there's another transfer there. Ah, I know what that thing is. It's the tyre, isn't it? Someone must have carried that spare tyre in the back of this car. Let's check out the front passenger seat. Oh, look, there seems to be some kind of like drippage on the transmission tunnel. Not nice. Finally, let's check out the driver's side and the steering wheel, which seems to just be smeared with stuff. Oh no, the infotainment system, look at that. That's not nice. Oh my gosh. Ugh. That steering wheel looked disgusting under UV light, and the report back from the lab is even more shocking. So when they grew out a petri dish from the swab from the steering wheel, they actually found there was more bacteria on that steering wheel than the average toilet seat. Speaking of toilet seats, the lab actually identified that there's E. coli on that steering wheel. Now, E. coli is a bacteria that's found in your gut, which means that someone who was driving that at some point had pooey fingers. In fact, the steering wheel in this car was the most bacteria heavy part of any car we tested. However, it's not necessarily the most lethal. One specific test the lab does is to look for a bacteria family called Streptococcus. Now, Streptococcus is pretty nasty. It can cause things such as meningitis, pneumonia, and some weird flesh-eating disease. In fact, one type of strep alone kills over 500,000 people in the world each year. And Streptococcus bacteria come from your saliva and from your lungs. So, you know, if you spit, you can transmit it that way. It's not nice at all. So the lab actually found that there was so much Streptococcus in the back of this Mercedes S-Class that it overwhelmed the Petri dish. They couldn't count how many there were. There was just too much of it. And let's turn off the lights now to see why that may be. And if you look here, you can see horrible spatter marks, probably spit, and on the seat, hopefully it's only spit. And that's probably why you've got so much strep in the back of this Mercedes. Gross. Finally, let's check out the BMW. Remember, this was the one that had the most trash in it, so let's see what it's like under UV light. Let's have the lights off. Oh, look down here. We've got some horrible splodges, though I think that might just be some kind of spillage from the cup holders. Cup holders are pretty grim. So look at these seat controls here. Oh, there's just clumps of nastiness on the seat controllers. Now, there's a reason for that. Let's have the lights back on. You see, the lab report found, once again, like in the Mercedes, so much Streptococcus on this area of the car here that it overwhelmed the Petri dish. Absolutely vile. However, overall, there was less bacteria found in the BMW than the other two cars, though it was still pretty filthy. Well, that was actually pretty revolting. It doesn't seem like these cars were maintained very well. Not inside, at least. Hopefully, the owners cared about maintaining their engines a bit more than their interiors. So this Mercedes has a 3.2 litre straight six diesel with 197 horsepower and 470 Newton meters of torque. Let's have a listen to it. Go on, start it up. Rev it. Listen to that, it's like a van. Cut it! I just noticed there's rust here. Look, there's rust even underneath the bonnet. Anyway, let's move on to the Lexus. It has a 4.3 litre naturally aspirated V8 with 281 horsepower and 417 Newton meters of torque. Now let's have a listen to this. Should be smoother than the Mercedes if it starts. There we go. Got... Oh yes. Oh no! Oh no! Stop! 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 Right, very smooth, but might not last for much longer. Also, this is quite interesting, having to prop up the bonnet with a stone because the gas struts have gone. Same problem with the BMW, we're using this brick instead though. Anyway, the engine, 3.6 litre V8, 272 horsepower and 360 Newton meters of torque. And it sounds like this. Nice, not quite as nice as the Lexus, but at least it isn't pissing out coolant everywhere. Now I'm going to launch the cars to see how quick they are from 0 to 60 miles an hour over the standing quarter mile. Then I'm going to brake test them and measure their stopping distance from 100 miles an hour to 0 and 60 miles an hour to 0. Well, let's do it. Start off with this S-Class. See what it does. Brake boost it, brake boosting. Come on, diesel. Oh, bit of wheel spin, traction control kicked in there. Here we go now. Oh, we're on boost. Oh yeah, what's this? 0 to 60, 9.5 seconds. What's the quarter mile? Quarter mile, 17.39. Can I get to 100? I don't want to do this full emergency stop. I hope the ABS works, otherwise it's going to be very, very sketchy. Right, here we go. Oh, still quite sketchy, but the ABS is thankfully working. Right, let's see how long that took to stop. So from 100 miles an hour, it took 495 feet to stop. From 60 miles an hour, it took 180 feet to stop. Now let's try the Lexus. Bit of precision engineered Japanese V8, let's do it. Brake boost. Oh yeah, oh my God, the acceleration is so strong. I've got a warning light coming on for the screen wash fluid. All those G's. Anyway, 0 to 60 in 8.42 seconds. What's the quarter mile going to be? Can't see. Oh, there we go. 16.48. Now let's do the brake test. Let's get to 100. Don't kill me, car. Oh, that felt more stable than the Mercedes. Ooh, interesting. It stopped in a shorter distance. So 469 feet to stop from 100 miles an hour. And from 60 miles an hour, it took 167 feet. And there's a weird, slightly burny smell. Finally then, the BMW. What can it do? Let's launch it. Oh, stability kicked in there. Lots of rattling from the cans in the cabin here. What we got? 60 miles an hour is 8.93, not as quick as the Lexus. Can it catch it up on the quarter mile? Come on, what are you going to do? 16.91, no it can't. How about the brake test? Come on. That is sketch. That is really scary, and it's still going. What? Am I driving on glass? It feels like it. What did it do? Brake test from 100 miles an hour, it actually did the worst, 505 feet. However, it was a bit better than the S-Class from 60, 177 feet. Overall, I think the Lexus won the performance tests. That was really worrying. Oh, I didn't like that at all. If you want to see how this performance compares with the latest brand new luxury saloons, click on the pop-out banner that should be appearing in the top right-hand corner of the screen right now. You might think that those new cars are better in every way than these 3 old cars I have here. But one advantage to buying a cheap old car is that you don't necessarily care if something bad happens to it, like a small scratch or a car park dent. It also means you can do things that you'd never dream of doing to a brand new car, like converting the round steering wheel into a Tesla-style yoke. Oh dear. It's working, it's going flat. Now I need to attack the top. Is that doing it? Definitely don't ever do that at home, and I'm never doing that again. Well, here it is, the finished article, my Mercedes Yoke. Look at that, it's brilliant. I think I did a fantastic job, if I do say so myself. Even managed to change the colour slightly. Anyway, let's kick off with the challenges. And the first one is, how easy is it to manoeuvre a car out of a tight parking space? Because for some reason, these 2 similar age cars have boxed me in. Am I going to be able to get out with all the wheel twirling when I've only actually got half a steering wheel? I've got all the parking sensors. Do they work? No. I think not very good. Wait a minute, I'm going to have to learn new motor skills because obviously my brain's programmed to be able to do it with... I keep on catching my hand on the top. Come on. Nope. I think I'm... Yeah. There we go, can we get out of there? Is that... No, not quite. Oh, come on. That's really odd when you're looking behind you. That's it, I can get out now. Oh, plumbing it. You have to do it one hand. You have to palm it one-handed. Right, here we go. We're out. It's like you're playing some kind of Frere Jacques game, like when you were a kid. It looks cool though. I can really see the dials. I like that. So, first challenge in, and already I think the yoke is an awful idea. Absolutely dreadful. Now, while it's all well and good driving around this closed, controlled circuit, what happens when you're out there in the real world where anything can happen? Like at a pedestrian crossing. Ah! Like at a pedestrian crossing. Ah! Yeah. That was a bit shocking. Oh dear. Don't worry everyone, I've done a first aid course. Hey, you're going to be alright. I need to do CPR. Come on. Come on. Actually, I probably shouldn't have blown there. Where's your valve? Oh, there it is. Let's get the valve out. There we go. This'll do it. This'll sort you out. That's it, that's it. There. You're feeling better now? You feeling better? Are you alright?
No, you crazy.
Where are you headed?
To mind your own business street.
Oh, I'm kind of going that way. Would you like a lift?
Yes, you asshole.
Oh, looks like you've had a bit of an accident. Don't worry. Come on, I'll give you a lift. You should see my steering wheel. It's really cool. Have a look at this.
Great. Watch it.
There you are. You're comfy. Nice.
Shut up and drive.
Yeah, this yoke isn't ideal when you're having to make an emergency manoeuvre. Isn't that right? You should probably strap yourself in. You don't want to have another accident. Come on.
It was your fault.
Come on, that's it.
Anytime today.
There you are, we're good to go.
Get off.
So what I want to do is impress Barbara with my car handling skills. Do you fancy a bit of drifting?
I think I'm losing consciousness. Please call a doctor.
Yeah, you do, come on. It's fun.
Your driving is terrible.
Ah, we can do it anyway, you'll like it. Yeah, you ready? Oh, it's, nothing to grab onto there, it makes it harder. Oh, no, I'm all about the understeer. Oh, Babs. Oh, look at this. Oh, right, let's try the other way. Oh.
My leg is broken.
I'm keeping my foot in,
I need
Babs.
treatment, you moron.
Oh, yeah, I've got it now. If you find the right spot, it's okay. Transition it. Could be harder. It's all the wheels' fault. It's nothing to do with me.
You talk so much.
See, it's hard. Look, I've got nothing to hold on to there. Oh, look at that, Barbara. Anyway, enough about this stupid yoke. Because if you think this test is ridiculous, it's nothing compared to what else I've got planned. You see, do you really need an SUV if you want to do some luxury off-roading? Or is buying one of these a better option? Because they should be able to give you luxury, and of course, you don't care about whether you damage them. So to find out which of these three is best off-road, I'm going to put them through a series of challenges. Now the first challenge we're going to do is an uphill race. We're going to drive in convoy and we're going to see which of these cars gets up this hill the best. And we've got an off-road expert, Graham, who will be marking each of the cars. And the car that wins a challenge gets 3 points. The one that comes second gets 2 points. And the one that comes last gets 1 point. And if any car doesn't finish a challenge, it will get no points. Let's see what happens. I'm in drive and I've got a brake drive fault. I've got a fault already. I've got a brake fault on this car. Does it matter?
No, it's fine. It's just part of the car.
I'm sure it's okay, and that we've done the risk assessment on this. Brakes do seem kind of important, but what the heck. Let's race.
3, 2, 1.
Come on. Oh, bottomed out. I can't believe they all made it up. Let's find out which car Graham went up there the best. Graham! That's how you call it, Graham in the wild. Right, and Graham,
How are we doing?
how are you going to score these cars? Which went up the best?
Well, the one that went up with the least wheel spin was the Lexus. This second, Mert last.
But I was quicker than the Lexus.
You were quicker, but you were wheel spinning all over everywhere. That had put its weight there, drive down better.
But I was quicker.
You was quicker.
And it looked the best. 3 points to the Lexus, 2 points to the BMW, and 1 point to the Mercedes. Okay, this next challenge tests the car's traction and ground clearance. So we're going to drive a little route through the woods, which involves going through a hairpin and back on ourselves, and we're going to see which car manages to keep moving along steadily the best. Graham will be marking them for their overall performance. Let's do it. Who will get stuck first? I can see the chassis articulation in that Lexus. It's so funny. Oh, it's bottomed out straight away. I can follow their path. Need to get this bank here and straddle. I can't get up there. Come on. Oh, I'm scratching my beautiful paintwork here. Oh, can't keep moving, otherwise I'm going to get stuck. Come on. I don't want to be marked down because they're just too slow. This is actually doing quite well. No, we can see how manoeuvrable these big limousines are trying to get around this hairpin. Lexus did all right. Let's get some power to go up here. Oh, I can just drop down here. Oh, oh, oh. This is going to be the hardest bit. The turning circle on this didn't seem quite as good as the Lexus. Oh, the Lexus made it through there dead easy. Oh, look at this. Luxury off-roading on the cheap. Let's find out which did the best. Graham?
Yes.
So, what do you think of that? That was easy.
It was very close, but I would say the Beamer edged that
Really?
because you had a better line going along there. The Mert was second.
Okay.
Lexus sliding all over the place.
Right, so 3 points for the BMW, 2 for the Mercedes and 1 for the Lexus. So that means the BMW is in the lead overall so far with 5 points in total, then the Lexus with 4 and then the Mercedes with 3. Okay, so I've jumped into the Lexus for our next challenge, which is going to test the car's ground clearance and their pulling power. So we're going to drive them at 2 steep slopes and we'll see how well they do with pulling themselves up the slope and getting over the top without grounding out. Here we go, BMW is heading up the slope, no problem at all, it's going to ground out. Mercedes flew up there as well, don't want to ground out my nose, so I'm just going to ease up here, nice and gentle, loads of traction, easy peasy, a little bit of groundage. Hope I don't roll it here. Oh no, easy does it. Nice holding onto this wooden steering wheel while cruising in utter luxury off-road. Gotta say, the suspension on this is absolute, excuse me. As I was saying, the suspension is absolutely lovely until the car bottoms out and then things are quite abrupt and brutal. Anyway, that was all right, I guess. Let's find out what Graham thought.
Mercedes first.
Okay, right.
Lexus second. BMW third.
Okay, why?
Okay.
Why though?
Mercedes better over the ground. This one only bottomed out twice. BMW all over the place.
Right, so that's 3 points to the Mercedes, 2 to the Lexus and 1 to the BMW, which means that the total scores now are 6 points each. It's level pegging after round 3. Okay, this next challenge is going to compare the car's chassis articulation and their suspension travel. This Lexus and the Mercedes both have air springs and it's height adjustable, so obviously we've got them in their highest setting. The BMW is on normal core springs, though it does have adaptive hydraulic dampers, so we've got that in comfort setting. Anyway, let's see what happens. So first of all, we're going to go up this slope. It should be quite easy. Just like going up a badly rutted road. It's quite funny just looking at the suspension travel of the Mercedes. Oh, you got into a bit of trouble there. Now, how's this going to do? I'm just going to crawl up nice and steady. Just no hassle, no bit bottoming outage-ness, even though I've got my air suspension fully maxed up. That was quite easy. Now we've got to go down a little bit more of an extreme slope. Here goes the BMW first. We're going to get some wheel in the air action. Whoa, yeah! That BMW looks so cool. I think the Mercedes is doing it slightly better though. Oh, here we go. This is quite scary. I don't want to damage my luxury limousine. Oh, just easy on the brakes. Oh, it's really nicely done. Oh. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, it's the ground clearance again. Ah, yeah. But not too bad. That's the beauty of a car that costs £1,000. I've only done cosmetic damage to it, only minor on the sill, so I don't care. It was comfy, it did it. Why spend more? Let's see what Graham thought. I think it's a win for this. Got to be. Come on. Okay, I was quite impressed with this.
So was I. That's why it won.
Yes!
Okay.
Okay.
Merc second.
Yeah.
Okay. BMW again. Grounding out everywhere.
So 3 points to the Lexus, 2 for the Mercedes, 1 for the BMW, and that means 9 points in total for the Lexus, 8 points for the Mercedes, and 7 for the BMW. Sorry, BMW fanboys. Finally, I've jumped into the Mercedes, and I've just noticed that it's got a horribly smashed windscreen, but I can still see out, and it's rather comfortable in here otherwise. Now, in this next challenge, we're going to drive down this side slope, and we'll see how well they can keep on moving without sliding or possibly rolling over. Then we're going to drive round and drive up another side slope to see how well they can actually keep on moving when there will be wheels off the ground. Let's do this. So Lexus heading in there first. Oh my God, already the rear wheel is so high in the air. That looks pretty frightening. Oh, no way. Did it though? I'm impressed with that Lexus off-road. The BMW doesn't have the ground clearance of the Lexus. What's going to happen to it? Oh, wheels already nice and high in the air. He's controlling that nicely. Let's see how we can do. with this Mercedes. Come on, Mercedes. The best or nothing. Oh yeah, I can feel the back wheel is off the ground now. Nice, it's easy. A bit more this way. Oh yes. You know, in some ways this is better than a tour vehicle because my centre of gravity is low, so I'm less likely to tip over. Oh, don't, ground down, don't. Oh, easy. Come on, you're gonna have to move. You're gonna have to move from there. Is there a problem with the BMW? Has it just died?
It has indeed. I'm trying to restart it, but no luck so far.
Oh, it's going again. Was it the fuel just sloshed around and it just had an issue? I can give you a push anyway. There we go. There we are. That's it. Right, let's go on to the next stage of this challenge. I wasn't expecting that to happen. This is going to be interesting. See how well they go up compared to how they went down. Oh, that Lexus did a good job of getting up there. I think it's going to need a bit of momentum, so I'm going to hold back. BMW. BMW going sideways like a BMW should. How's the Mercedes going to do? Bit of momentum. Oh, you bugger! Well, apart from me bottoming out, it went up there okay. But as I've already said before, bottoming out doesn't matter as long as you don't do any serious damage. Let's find out what the results are if I can find the window switch in this Mercedes. The window switch. Where are you, window switch? Where are you?
One eternity later.
I don't know where. Oh, there it is. Down there. So, Graham, what do you think of that?
Are we including the stall out?
Well, yeah, you do, because the BMW, when it was on its side, obviously had a fuel issue, didn't it?
Issues. So, BMW last. Merc first.
Yes! Go on.
Lexus second.
Okay, so 3 points to the Mercedes, 2 to the Lexus, and 1 to the BMW. That means that the total scores are 11 points for the Mercedes, 11 for the Lexus, and just 8 for the BMW. Now we come to the very last challenge. All we've got to do is go down this steep slope, but it's very rutted, and this could kill these cars. Let's do it. There goes the Lexus heading into the abyss. Oh my God, this is a little bit scary. Oh my gosh, the way that BMW went down there. Oh, I'm bombed out already, bugger. Oh my gosh, that looks a bit intense. Oh, gravity's just doing its thing. Off-roading is super easy, look at this. Oh, crike. Oh my God.
You can't park this, huh?
Oh, the BMW is stuck a bit. Let's give him a bit of a push. Oh, now we're both stuck. Bugger it. Yeah, he's stuck. Okay, let's give him more of a shunt. Come on. God, I didn't like that. I'm trying my best here. Trying to help a fellow jump car. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on. Oh, now I'm buggered. Oh, you save someone and you kill yourself. No. Oh, I'm really struggling now. Right, come on. I need a tow. So here we go. Free me, Graham. Free me. Freedom. But you know what? Oh, that was not my fault. I blame the BMW entirely. So I want another shot at that. Oh, wait a minute. I've got a warning thing on the dash saying the suspension is too low. Stop the vehicle. Let me just stop it, see if I can reset it. Let's start again. Come on. It won't start. Ah! The Mercedes died, saving the BMW. At least the window works. Graham, I don't know what it is, but this car, I stopped it and I tried to restart it and it just won't start again. What does that mean? This does not finish.
Does not finish.
So there's no points for the Mercedes, which is a shame because it did all right, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That blooming BMW. Okay, so that means, obviously, which car won? The Lexus, right?
Lexus won.
So Lexus won, 3 points to Lexus, then BMW second, so that gets 2 points, this gets nothing. So overall then, the Lexus wins. It got 14 points in total. Next was this dead Mercedes with 11 points. And finally, in last place, the BMW with 10 points. Let's have a moment of silence for the Mercedes. It's gone to the great scrap heap in the sky. But I have one final test for the Lexus and the BMW. I want to know who makes the strongest engines. Is it Japan or is it Germany? I'm going to drain all the oil from the V8 engines in these cars and then I'm going to see how long they can run before they die. First things first then, we're going to drain the oils. We start with the Lexus. We've got a very talented mechanic underneath the car and he's draining it out right now. What we're also going to do is remove the engine cover. It's screwed on. And we're going to remove the bonnet as well so we can see exactly what happens to the engine if it goes boom. Let's get the bonnet off. Oh God. Yeah, can someone else do this? I don't want to do this. Come on. Neck. Yeah. Oh, see. Okay, we've drained the oil out of both these cars. We're going to start the engines and I'm going to start the stopwatch and we'll see which car keeps running for the longest time. So, okay, drivers, start your engines in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, they're both running. That sounds pretty fruity, that does. Oh, a little bit of a tapping sound from over here in the Japanese corner. Right, no problem. That's 30 seconds. They're fine. Let's have some revs. Hold them at 3,000 RPM. Right, let's do half a minute at that. Drop the revs. Right, what we need to do now is really redline them. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, come on! Oh! Stop. Oh, the Lexus is dying. It's gone, the Lexus I just choked. Okay, BMW's still running. Lexus died about 1 minute 20. Hop out the BMW. I think it needs some encouragement to die. BMW, let's see what you got. Come on, BMW! All the doubters, they thought that the Lexus would win. The BMW has totally humiliated the Lexus and Japan for that matter. Whee! Oh, it's losing a bit of power. Hey! How long will it last? Still going. What time are we at? 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Not giving up. Oh. Oh, this is it. Oh, come on, BMW. Come on, don't die on me. Oh no, come on, you can do it. Come on, BMW, come on, don't die on me. Don't die, come on. Engine fault, drive moderately. I'm driving really moderately. Come on. Oh, there's some strange noises. One more lap of that Lexus. Come on, you can do it. One last lap of honour. Victory to Germany. We've got warning signs everywhere. Reduce acceleration, hard acceleration may damage catalyser. Have the problem checked by the nearest BMW service. Oh, come on. Oh, right, I think that's it. It's death rattle. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Well, that's it. BMW died after 7 minutes 34 seconds. It absolutely destroyed the Lexus, and I think I've absolutely destroyed this BMW's V8 engine there at the end. It went pop. Congratulations, BMW. You have proved the naysayers wrong. Your engines are reliable and they are tougher than the engines that you get with a Lexus. Well, that particular Lexus. Probably not all Lexus, Lexi. So then, which of these old cheap limos was best? Well, before I completely ruined them. Well, the Lexus was the ugliest, and I was surprised that its engine didn't prove stronger than the BMW's. Plus, that V8 was quite thirsty and expensive to run. However, the car was the best at off-roading, which was a surprise. I'll tell you what's also a surprise, the fact that the BMW's design has aged well. The interior felt the most modern too. It would have been the best to drive if it wasn't riddled with loads of expensive faults, but then that's what you get when you buy an old cheap BMW. However, this didn't stop its engine from being the toughest on test, which was an even bigger surprise than the Lexus being a good off-roader. Old BMW V8s aren't necessarily known for being the most reliable. However, the overall winner here is the Mercedes S-Class. It was nice to drive, it was comfortable, and it was reasonably economical. Just don't try to use it for rescuing people in BMWs who've got stuck in the mud, because that probably won't end well. And don't turn the steering wheel into a homemade yoke either. I hope you'll enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. If you want to watch some more videos, I've picked a couple out for you there I think you'll like. Just click on those windows to watch them. Or if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. You can do that just by hitting the carwow logo there. Simple.